still early. I just couldn't sleep because my husband went into work early. And I woke up with it. I thought about going back to sleep, but then I went and laid down and I couldn't. So, it's whatever. It's whatever. It feels good laying down, but I just can't close my eyes and go to sleep. Why is this thing blurry? It's just off focus. Oh my gosh, I'm 10 weeks today. 10 weeks. That's 1/4 of the way done. 1 done. The other 10 weeks are gonna go by so fast. The first beginning always goes by so fast to me. I should get up and drink my waters and whatnot. Hey, good morning. What are you guys gonna do this morning? It's Saturday. It's nice out. I want to go outside. I haven't had to have any smoothies lately. I've been having morning sickness. That's gone now. I don't know when my gender reveal will be. It'll just be, I don't know, whenever I find out. Ooh, going shopping with Bestie. Your son's getting married. Oh, congratulations. That's so cool. I can't wait till my sons get married. Oh my gosh. That'll be so cool. Yeah. Like I said, I don't really get super bad morning sickness. I think I swear most people get a little nauseous at the beginning of their pregnancies. But mine's not that bad. You just got off work. What do you do at work? If you don't mind me asking. I love asking people what they do for work. I always think about what I would do if I didn't have kids. And I think that I would be a private chef on a yacht. Yeah, it's 6:30 in the morning. I just couldn't sleep. I think I'd be a private chef. Your private caregiver. I was a caregiver too before I started dancing. Oh, I got the Bloom smoothie stuff. I'm gonna try that. Oh, pizza left out from last night. I had sushi for dinner, but my husband ordered pizza. Thank you. Sometimes I think about all the shit I've gone through and I'm like, oh my God, that sounds crazy. That's too much. But it's okay. Yeah, Kyle's finally home. I mean, he's not home right now, but he's back home. I told him, I'm next trip, I'm going out there. I'm going on vacation. I will do a gender reveal. I don't have any scissors. I need to go find scissors. I got up with my husband this morning because he got up early to go to work. It's 6:30 in the morning. She's sleeping. No, Kyle is at work. I got up with him because he was getting ready to go to work. And I just wanted to talk to him a little bit before he went to work. And so I woke up with him and then I couldn't go back to sleep. He woke me up. I'm 10 weeks now. There we go. He's always working. That man is always working. He just has a lot of stuff going on. Oh, this smells horrible. I don't know if I'm going to be able to drink this. Also, look how it's filled. It's not even filled to the top. Look at that. This thing was $20. And it's literally like halfway filled. Are you guys kidding me? Like, the fuck? I need to do a review. No, I have not tried sea moss. I'm just taking some prenatals my husband got for me off of Amazon. I was taking pills, but I also have these gummies. And usually I don't like gummies, but these gummies are good. I know, they should really fill these supplements to the top. Like, I can't believe that. It's crazy. I'm gonna take all my vitamins right now. People always say that me and Tati look alike, and I'm like, I don't see it, but we are sisters, so not surprising. Take a couple of these. I got these pajamas at Walmart for the 4th of July. They didn't have any more 4th of July shirts, and so I just got the pajamas. I thank you for the positive vibes. I don't know, I just saw this and wanted to try it. Digestion, bloating, energy. It just seemed like it'd be fun. How many scoops are you supposed to use? 1 scoop. I'm gonna drink it with lemonade because I cannot. I smelt that and I'm not gonna be able to drink that. That's a good flavor. That's the only flavor that I looked at and I was like, I think I'll be able to take that. I'm gonna take my medicine first. Okay. Now we take the gummies. This is just a vitamin C, and this is a prenatal. I haven't stopped with soda. I still drink it whenever I feel like it. I've stopped recently just because it has been hitting the spot. I've been drinking a lot of water. This thing looks like keef. You know? Like at the bottom of your grinder. Oh man, I don't have one of those like those little blender things. It does. It literally does. Like, I've never had much keef in my life. I can't save keef to save my life. I know. I love a good soda. Really, I love like anything sweet. Oh, my dog just barked. It smells funky. I need to get one of those electric whiskers. This is interesting. Yeah, Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I need like one of those foam things. I'm gonna go let my dogs out. I'm 10 weeks pregnant, 1/4 of the way done. The other fourth is gonna go by so fast. The first half goes by super fast. That stuff was horrible tasting. Oh shit. Man, I hope it doesn't taste bad. Oh my god, the baby's always letting the dogs out. Pisses me off. Everyone's always like, you have so much patience. And I'm like, yeah, but the baby's always letting the dogs out. Pisses me off. Everyone's always like, you have so much patience. And I'm like, yeah, but I'll just try to put the dogs away just for a little bit. And they're like, no. Do I have opinions on vaccinations for your babies? Kinda. Come here. Oh my god. Dogs. My dog didn't purposely trip me. My dog slipped on the tile. My dog tripped. And so then, because she like slid, she slid into the other dog. And then that dog slid into me. Oh my gosh. They're so they're such powerful dogs. It's crazy. Because, like, they just, like, bump you. Like, you really do move. And you can feel, like, the force of their body. I've never had pit bulls before, but they are seriously some fucking tanks. Oh, your son isn't vaccinated? He's 5. My kids are vaccinated, but I did, like, delayed vaccination. You know what I mean? So, like, my son, who is almost 2, I think he needs, like, his 18-month shots, and he'll get those in September. So, like, instead of getting them, so, like, his, like, 6-month shots, I had him get his 6-month shots at, like, 8 months. Yeah. With Ignacio, I did the same thing. And the reason I did it is just because Ignacio had a really, really bad reaction to his first shots, and it was horrible. He had like a horrible fever, and he would not stop screaming. I thought I was gonna have to take him to the hospital. I actually called the doctor back, and I was like, hey, he's not doing well after his shots. And they were just like, oh, it's normal. And I was like, hey, well, this is not normal. So I just have been doing delayed vaccinations, but I still get them vaccinated. You didn't finish his because he had a horrible reaction to his 2-month dose? Yeah, so did Ignacio, and so I started doing delayed vaccinations for my kids. Honestly, I don't really care if people get their kids vaccinated or not. Just because the way the vaccines work, most kids are vaccinated. And as long as most kids are vaccinated, then that keeps everybody safe. Because there are some kids that need the exception. And those people that need the exception, do need everyone else to participate, which is why my kids are vaccinated. But I don't really like the reaction to them, so I do delayed vaccination. I think a lot of it is just like that's a lot to introduce to such a tiny baby's immune system so quick and so fast. No, I didn't get the COVID shot. No, I didn't. I didn't get vaccinated for COVID. I've actually never had COVID either. My husband and I, we took care of my siblings because my dad passed away from COVID. I'm not like a COVID denier or anything like that because that's crazy. I'm not like a COVID denier. I just didn't want to get vaccinated because it's such an early, like a new vaccine. So I just didn't want to take that option. I trust my immune system. And me and my husband were fine. We actually came here when Tatiana had COVID. And my dad passed of it, and one of my brothers had it. And we came and we took care of all of them. We didn't bring our son. We left him with my in-laws, but we were going back and forth. My dad actually was vaccinated, and he's the one who passed away from it. So I don't know if there's a correlation there or anything. I'm not saying there is. I'm just saying that my dad was the only one that got vaccinated, and he passed away from it. So it didn't seem like it did anything. But me and my husband didn't get it. I actually didn't really quit living my life during COVID because I was a stay-at-home mom, and I was pregnant. So I kept going to the grocery store. I did everything pregnant. I went out to restaurants if they were open. Like, once things were open again, I was taking my baby out, like I did. I was like, I'm not going to let that shit bother me, to be honest. We lived in Texas, and my parents lived in, my parents and my husband's parents lived in Arizona. Yeah, some people, my husband was telling me about that, but like my husband's job, and I know a lot of people's jobs didn't follow through on it. What it is, they said it, but they never made anybody prove it. I do have a strong immune system. That's true. Okay, I'm gonna drink it. I put it in lemonade, so hopefully it's not that bad. Oh, it's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yeah, if you work in healthcare, you're in a good choice. No, I don't have my mom. My mom's dead. My dad's dead. I have my mother-in-law. She's like my bestie. I love my mother-in-law. I don't think it made my bond with my mother-in-law stronger because me and my mother-in-law were already like this. Me and my mother-in-law have always been best friends, like literally since the day we met. The first time I met her, I remember I did block my brother's accounts. He made literally like 10 just in the span of like that one day trying to like stalk me on here. But I blocked all the accounts, and I told him like I'm not going to participate in this. He sent me a message too, and I just didn't even respond. I just blocked it. I just let it go. Because the thing is like I'm not going to participate in his delusion or encourage that behavior. Like, I have nothing to say to him after what he did. And that's what's crazy is that no, I've never had my lips done. I've never had any work done. No Botox, no filler, like nothing. I've never had anything done. Yeah, and it's weird that why is my brother toxic? Well, I don't think he's toxic. I think that he's a danger because he cut Tati with a knife in our kitchen. He took a kitchen knife to Tati. And so I pressed charges on him. and now he hates me because he got caught. And I pressed charges on him for hurting Tati. And so like a few days ago, he came in my live. He was commenting on all my videos. He's 17, almost 18. What's crazy is the fact that he sees us as like equals, and he's like, let me talk, let me tell my side of the story. There's no side. Like, you did what you did. He's one of my adopted brothers. I had two. But it's like, there's no, like, oh, let me hear what you have to say. I have nothing. I don't want to hear anything from you. You assaulted Tati with a kitchen knife. That's it. I'm done with you. I don't want to have any relationship. I am not scared of him, but I would be scared for him to be around Tati. I'd be scared for him to be around my children. I don't trust him. He is violent. He clearly has boundary issues, considering that I haven't spoken to him in 2 years since I pressed charges on him for cutting Tati, and he all of a sudden wants to start stalking my followers. Not even just me, stalking my followers. Like, and the thing is like, he thinks that he can like tell people like lies about me and that'll make people not like me. But it just shows how fucking crazy he is that he's still trying to harass me after years of no contact because he assaulted Tati. And he takes no accountability that he even did that. He's not sorry. He continues with harassing behavior. So it's like, clearly, I don't know what his TikTok is. He's created literally 12 and I have blocked all of them. He created like 10 just in the span of one of my lives, literally in front of 600 people. He was in a room full of like 600 people, and in my, like, you know, in my live, thank you for the crowns, and he's, you know, trying to harass me. I'm like, dude, doing this in front of people just shows how fucking crazy you are. Like, you're not making people hate me just because you're saying all this hateful stuff towards me and telling people hateful things about me. Does not make people hate me. It just shows how psychotic you are for harassing me from account after account after account after I keep blocking you and not participating. Thank you for the crown. I'm talking about my brother that assaulted Tati. And I've been no contact with him for like 2 years. But he came on my live like the other night and was just harassing me. And so I'd block his account. And then he would do that again. And some of the things that he was saying like didn't make any sense. He's 17, almost 18. But it just didn't make any sense. He lives with our other little sister. Yeah, like, that's the thing. What he was saying, like, didn't make any sense. Thank you for the hearts. It just, like, it seemed really like he was having a psychotic break, so I didn't want to feed into it. But I haven't seen him on my page since that one day of him just harassing me all day. It literally started at, like, 5 a.m., and it didn't stop until, like, 10:30 till I got offline. Yeah, he's young but old enough to know better. When he attacked Tati, he was 15. And now he's like 17, he'll be 18. He knows better. He knows what he's doing. He's a troubled young man, and that's why I don't want anything to do with him, because it's not my job to rehabilitate him and make him not violent. My job is to protect Tati and my children, people who are innocent and vulnerable. He actually was like this when my parents were alive, yes. My mom had issues, my dad had issues with him when both my parents were alive. He was still cutting himself. He had, I don't want to give away all of his business, but yes, he had issues with violence. He had sexual issues. He had every kind of issue you can have. He already had it when my parents were alive, so it only got worse after my parents passed away because there was no one there to hold him accountable. Tati is still scared of him, yeah. And she wants nothing to do with him. And I've told her, I will never make you be around the person that cut you. I'll never force you to be around them. I'll never force you to have to talk to them. You're safe. Tati's 31. Yeah, well, I mean, it was just that one day. So he quit. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. I was just like, whatever. David just thought it was really weird. David was just like, why is he doing that? And the thing is like, the things he was saying, like, David was like, that's not even true. He was like, why is he saying that? I'm like, I don't know, David. I don't know why he says these things. I don't know why he does these things. I'm never going to understand. And it's best to not feed into it. No, I don't think he's hurt David, only because David is way bigger than him. Yeah, I really am just letting it go because, I haven't seen him since that one, day of interacting of him just harassing me. But I talked to my husband about it. My husband was like, that just shows like how psychotic he is and just makes him look guiltier. So like the fact that he thinks that he could come on my page after what he did to Tati and just spread hateful lies about me and think that that would make people not like me is absolutely like really insane. But he lives in that delusion that like I'm the bad guy, he did nothing wrong, everyone doesn't like me. But the thing is, what he lives in that delusion because my little sister also lives in that same delusion. And like all my mom's family side live in that delusion because they don't like me. And they didn't like me before all this happened, before he assaulted Tati. So after I pressed charges on him, they really, really didn't like me. Because they just felt like I should have not protected Tati. They think that I should have, ignored it and swept it under the rug. I shouldn't have told anyone. So they're mad that not only did I press charges, I made a TikTok about what I was going through because I was the one who was 8 months pregnant, pressing charges on my own brother for attacking my special needs sister after our parents died. I'm 8 months pregnant, crying my eyes out, going in and out of court, trying to take care of Tati, who also now had a lot of issues. Like, it's okay for me to speak about what I go through. It was really hard because they act like I that's like something I wanted. Like I wanted to have to press charges on my brother. Like I wanted to lose my fucking family. Like when he did that shit, he broke up our family. And they act like I'm the one who broke up our family. I didn't break up our family. He attacked Tati and I had to protect Tati, and it puts me in that situation of, okay, well, the only way to not break up our family is to now allow him to abuse Tati. And it's like, I can't allow that. I didn't break up our family. Like, he broke up our family whenever he chose those actions. That's the thing. He would have kept doing it because that's what predators do when they're not getting caught. So it's like, so I should just sacrifice Tati. Let Tati be someone's, like, play doll to mutilate and abuse and just ignore it because that's easier for everyone except Tati, except the person that has to be fucking abused. And they just don't care, and they act like I'm the one who broke up our family. And it's like, I didn't break up our family. Our parents died and it already sucked enough. Like, it already sucked enough. I really didn't want to have to go through that. That shit was miserable. For real, like, that's my worst fear is, like, he would have done something worse to her or, like, think about my kids. Like, it's just so annoying the fact that my mom's family and my little sister and my little brother act like I did something wrong because I stood up for Tati instead of just ignoring it. For real, that's what it feels like. Like, literally, I have healthy, normal boundaries. I have great relationships with everyone else in my life. I've had all my friends since either elementary school, middle school, high school. I get along with my in-laws great. I have a great relationship with my husband and my other siblings. Like, I haven't done anything wrong. But it just sucks, like, always being treated like the black sheep of your family and, like, you do something wrong. But that's partially, like, why I feel like I left my mom's side of the family, because they always made me feel like the black sheep of the family and like I'm doing something wrong just because I don't want to participate in abuse. I just don't want the cycle of abuse to just continue forever. It's horrible. The second swig was worse than the first. No, not my little brother that lives with me. My little brother that lives with me, it was just green juice. It was the Bloom stuff. My little brother that lives with me is good. He's fine. I'm talking about my little brother that I had to press charges on and doesn't live with me. Yeah. I don't know, before, like, whenever I was younger, I used to think, like, there was something wrong with me because my mom's family, David's fine. David's a sweet pie. Because my mom's family always treated me like shit and acted like there was something wrong with me. And, like, now that I'm older, I realize that actually, no, my grandma's a narcissist and everyone else was participating in her narcissistic abuse. And by that I mean, like, I could be graduating high school and she'd be like, I don't know how you graduated high school. You're so stupid. You're not smart enough to graduate high school, but you did. Probably because, this is literally what she said to me at my graduation party, probably because that school isn't a real school. Public school's not where you get a real education. If you were homeschooled, then you could have actually gotten real, like, just weird random shit like that. Or, like, at my going away party when me and Kyle moved to Texas, she was mean to Tati because, like, Tati wasn't playing Roomy Cube, which is a game. Your weight was the issue for your grandma. Yeah, and it's just, like, these narcissistic comments that she would want to, insult everyone, but then you can't act offended. You can't say anything back to her because then you'd upset her. And so everyone else participates in the narcissistic abuse that grandma is still living. And they ignore her abuse to you and just act like you're crazy if you get offended. And so I just was like, once I got older, I was just like, I'm not going to participate in this because it's just stupid, It's like, why would I want to be around someone that's mean? Because I, would tell my mom, I was like, please don't invite her to my going away party. She's so mean for no reason. My grandma had six kids. And I don't know how many grandkids she has. She doesn't have a lot. My mom was the only one to ever have more than one kid. But yeah. Good morning. So eventually I just was like, hey, this is a shitty family cycle of abuse. I'm just, like, not with it. And, it's crazy because my little sister still participates in my mom's side of the family, but my dad's side of the family, who is actually really healthy and all normal people, she doesn't talk to because they speak to me. So it's so weird that she would choose the narcissistic side of the family and, like, choose the side that is very hateful over having a normal family unit with, like, healthy relationships. I don't get exactly why, because to me it just, like, doesn't make any sense. It just seems like, wow, that sounds miserable. Like, why would you put yourself in that situation? I'm the only one that ever checked my grandma on her shit. And I was treated like shit for it. And obviously, you know, now we don't speak. So it's like anybody that goes against her wasn't gonna be treated well. What's crazy is that she would treat, like, you know, one of her sons, one of my uncles, got married to this lady. And she, you know, smart, educated lady, they got married in their 30s, like, already established lady. And she would always insult my aunt-in-law, I guess, my uncle's wife, but about her education. Like, oh, you didn't go to college. Like, you're like, mind you, this woman didn't go to college either. She spent most of her life in a mental institution because she was severely abused by her father as a child. Like, she had a rough life, so I don't know why she'd be judging anybody, but she just did. And that's, you know, that's part of the narcissism. Thank you, Megan. But yeah. I know, and now that my kids have, like, a healthy grandma, like my mother-in-law, I'm like, I can't believe that my mom even allowed my grandma around us. Like, my mom was so desperate for her parents' love. It was so sad because she just never got it, and she just always wanted it. Even when my mom died, she passed away in my room, actually, like in my room now, but it used to be like my parents' room. And my dad called my grandma to say, hey, you know, Tanya, your daughter has passed. Do you want to come say goodbye to her before they pick up her body? And you know what my grandma's response was to, do you want to come see her body before they take it? Was, I guess I can come right now. I'm kind of busy, but I guess I can come right now. That was her response to saying goodbye to her daughter for the last time. And as a mother, I literally can't even imagine. Like, she's a fucked up individual, because I can't even imagine not having any compassion or love or, like, yearn for your own child. It's very weird. And, like, now that I see the way my mother-in-law is with my kids, I realize, like, it's not that I was a bad kid and that's why my grandma was mean to me. It's because I was a bad kid. My grandma was mean to me because she's a bad person, and she took it out on kids because she was already a bad person, you know? But, like, when you're a kid, you feel like it's you. Oh my God. There's, like, little hairs that are getting on my nose, I feel like. Yeah. It's crazy. It's, to me, like, that, like, especially as a mom. I do use dish soap on my face. Yeah, and you realize that your grandma's not like that to you because of you. You just realize, like, your grandma's actually just, like, a person, and she's just not a good person. And it's crazy because you always think of your grandmas and your parents as, like, good people and, like, these loving people. And so when they don't love you or treat you good, you think it's a reflection of you, and you ask yourself why as a child. That's why a lot of people with, like, daddy and mommy issues, they have issues because they feel like their parents weren't good because of them, when in reality, they're just people, and they weren't good people to start with, and then they chose to have kids, and then they are grandparents. So them being a parent or a grandparent comes second to them just being a person, and a bad person to start with. You use Dawn because of me? Oh my God, that's amazing. I'm glad it works for you. The thing is, she probably doesn't genuinely love all those cousins. It's that those people participate in the narcissism. And it's like the people who fall in line aren't going to be treated badly. It's the people that don't fall in line. I don't have, I use like some like moisturizers and serums, but my skin looks like this even whenever I don't use it. I just have been using it because I like the smell. I also use sunblock. Yeah, I use Dawn dish soap. Like, I'll show you the bottle. I'll show you the bottle. I use this kind of dish soap, or I'll use this kind of hand soap. And it works really good. Thank you. My husband always says that. He's always like, you glow so much when you're pregnant. He's like, you already glow like when you're not pregnant, but whenever I am pregnant, I'm extra glowy. I'm so happy my morning sickness is gone, guys. I'm 10 weeks now, and you know, I always get a little, like, I don't get it like really bad, because I tell people like, oh, I don't get morning sickness, but what it is like, I don't get it really bad. I baked some cookies yesterday for David because he loved the cookies that I made the day before, and they turned out so bad. Do you guys want to see? They turned out really bad. These are the ones that turned out good. My husband took a few bites of this one, and me and the kids ate this one. Good cookies. The bad cookies. They taste good. They're just ugly. But that's why I saved them, because David's gonna eat them. David was like, they're good, don't throw them away. He's at a sleepover at his friend's house right now because it's the weekend. So yeah, he's at a sleepover, but he wants me to save the cookies for whenever he gets home from his sleepover. He's like, they're still good cookies. And I'm like, dude, they look like shit, but it's fine. They taste good, and they're not like burnt. They're just a weird color. I should have added, what I needed to do was add more flour, and I didn't. I've been trying to perfect my cookie recipe. It's really bad. My second batch turned out really good. Like, look how good this one turned out. Amazing. The other ones, not so much, but it's fine. My family will still eat them, and they're thankful for them. And that's what matters. They're so they're so bad. What's worse is like my family hyping me up and telling me thank you and that they're so good. And I'm like, they're really not. Dave was like, don't throw them away. They're so good. I'm gonna eat them. I looked up for like a thick, gooey cookie, and that was the recipe I did, and it turned out so bad still. Yeah, they just love me. Not really. The thing is like, David and Anthony have always had issues. Like, both my brothers had issues from when we adopted them. David has less issues. But, you know, they had issues since we got them, and it's just part of adopting from foster care. And when you adopt kids that have been through shit, hold on. Who has a boyfriend with no job? You know, she has a boyfriend with no job and she's paying for everything. Who? Give me the gossip. Being a foster mom is hard. Who's she talking about? I don't think she's talking about me. Your best friend. I'm like, I don't think she's talking about me. Ooh, it's a lot. For real, like, we're all friends here. We're all friends. We can gossip together. Dude, I can't... Oh my gosh. You guys want to gossip? So I have a friend, okay? And she goes back and forth being with her child's father. And I do not like this guy. I've only met him once. And he said something racist to me about Mexicans. I'm not even joking, as like a racist joke. He told like a racist Mexican joke to me in my own house. And I'm not gonna say my friend's name, but I was like, why did you even bring your baby daddy here? Like, you're not with your baby daddy. You hate your baby daddy. Why the hell did you bring him here for me to deal with him? And it's so annoying because, like, this guy, literally, my best friend hates her dad, okay? Like, it's not my best friend, but, like, my friend that has this baby daddy hates her dad. She doesn't get along with her dad. And I swear to God, her baby daddy is, like, a clone of her dad who she hates. So I'm like, how'd you even end up with this guy? It is a pink rubber band. I just got a new stack, and I'm not wearing it right now, but it's really nice. I just got a new stack. Yeah, and you know what's crazy is though, I told this girl, I go, you need to leave your baby daddy and date my husband's brother. Because my husband's brother was single all the time. He's now engaged, okay? But he was literally looking for a wife. Like a successful man that's nice, a good man. He's literally looking for a wife. He could not find a wife. He finally found a wife. Like, he was on, like, every dating site. And he finally found my sister-in-law. And, like, she's fine. Literally, she's like, the most average, boring, plain, normal person. But, like, he would have married anybody. I'm not even joking. He would have married anybody nice. They don't even gotta be, like, pretty. Like, he literally would have married anybody. And so I kept telling my friend, stop fucking with your deadbeat baby daddy. Like, just go date a good man. Like, I even got my brother-in-law over here that was looking to date somebody, and she would not date him. I literally have been telling people since, like, forever. Like, my brother-in-law was looking for a wife. And I'm not even joking whenever I say he was literally just looking for a wife. And he would have taken her being a single mom. Like, for real, he's not even judgmental like that because his mom, like, was a single mom, you know? Like, he wouldn't have even been judgmental. He would have married a single mom. All he wanted to do, literally, all he wants to do is the same thing my husband wanted to do, which is get married, have kids, have a stay-at-home wife, have a nice life. You know? They're simple men. They're simple people. You're doing 4 days with your son? That's so cool. Any tips? No. Just go with the flow. Just ride the wave and go with the flow. Think positive thoughts. Picture the baby moving down. No, my husband's not Mexican. I would have never married a Mexican. I am Mexican. They're too machisto. I don't like that. What do I do? My baby daddy is getting at his homie's baby mama. Should I tell him? I don't know. Just because, like, they're too machisto. Any updates on the podcast? I still have to get a camera stand, but it's coming. I've been getting nervous lately because I'm just like, I don't want to say the wrong things, but what does that mean? It means like chauvinistic. It means like misogynistic. Said love my Latinas, but I couldn't be with a Latino man. I'd go to jail. Yeah, me too. I would be fighting all the fucking time. Because I'd be damned. Not every Mexican man is like that. Okay. I'm gonna have my husband on. As a guest. I'm gonna have my sister, my brother. I'm just gonna have whoever, like my mother-in-law. I'm literally gonna invite anybody and everybody on my podcast. Yeah, I'm gonna, like, you know how, like, Joe Rogan just has, like, random people on his podcast and they talk about, like, anything and everything and just randomness? That's what I'm gonna do. Oh my gosh, have random guests on. That'd be funny. I feel like we could do that. Oh my gosh, I need my podcast to get big enough so that Trisha will notice me. I love Trisha Paytas. I've been a diehard Trisha Paytas fan since before that shit was, like, cool or socially acceptable. I just really love her mukbangs. Thank you for the heart. Trisha is so iconic. If you go to my YouTube and, like, look at all my old YouTube videos, I love these Walmart PJs. They're really good. I have been like a Trisha Paytas fan and, like, doing mukbangs on the floor in my closet, like, since she has. Just because, like, she's so iconic. I've always thought she was iconic. For, like, the way Trisha is with Moses, it always reminds me of me and Kyle, because I'm like, I literally was a crazy crackhead before I met Kyle. Well, even whenever I was dating Kyle for a little bit. And then, like, you know, I got better. And that's what happened with Trisha. Like, you know, I really relate to her, because sometimes it's like we are a little crazy and you need a good man. Like, that's just sometimes the way it is. I think also, like, she was meant to be a mom, and you can see how motherhood changed her. And anybody that knows me before I was a mom and the way that I am now knows that I'm meant to be a mom. And, like, I love this shit, and it has made me a way better person. Thank you for the heart. For real, and that's all she ever wanted, and I feel the same way. Like, that's all I ever wanted. And I think part of the reason why even we were that way is just because, like, you're bored. You're bored and you have all this energy and feelings and nothing to put it into. Or, like, no reason to even calm down. My favorite Trisha cosplay is on TikTok is probably the Tavern, where she's like, "Hello, traveler." That one's really good. I've thought about that. And, like, when she, like, feeds you, she's like, that's the best. But if I'd say on YouTube, my favorite of her is probably just her mukbangs. Like, on YouTube, I'm gonna watch her mukbangs. But, yeah, I love Trish. I think that I should do that just because I really enjoy the, like, where she's, like, feeding the camera. I want to feed you guys. That sounds so cool. Oh my gosh, the Frenemies podcast was so good. The Frenemies podcast was so good. Oh my gosh. Next time I make dinner, at the end of the dinner, I'm going to be like, hey, try it. That's my favorite. The tavern scene is so cool. And I love that Moses has like set that up for her. I know. Petition bring back Frenemies. The thing is, though, with Frenemies, I feel like she was having a hard time still with her mental health. And so it's hard to watch that. Like, watch her go through that. Yeah, I was subscribed to the Frenemies podcast heavy, too. A mukbang is just where you, like, eat a bunch of food. It's just people eating. I do mukbangs. I have done mukbangs on my YouTube. I already have done mukbangs. I love mukbangs. My mom, oh my gosh, like this, I used to do them like before I even met Kyle. When my mom was alive, I was sitting at our like dinner table because I think probably like 19 or 20. And I was sitting at my dining table, like eating my noodles with chopsticks, and my camera was all propped up, and my mom's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm making a mukbang. And she was like, okay. Yeah, Kyle did meet my parents. My mom and dad loved Kyle. Oh my gosh, my mom and dad loved Kyle. They always said Kyle was too good for me. They're like, Dallas, you need to be good to that man. Oh, I think about going to lay down before my kids get up. Yes, I made seafood mukbangs. I did. I went to like this Angry Crab Shack, and I ate these 2 lobster tails. And in the video, I had super long nails. They were like this long, so you can like see like these like claws, and I'm like it was crazy. It was so good. I miss my mukbang videos. I really love cooking. I've always loved cooking. Yes, and I do put a lot of my lives on my YouTube. So if you miss my lives, they're on like the full live. They could be like an hour. Sometimes they're like over an hour. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm gonna put this one on my YouTube. Oh my gosh, you were scared to eat anything while you're pregnant? People have such mixed feelings about that. Yeah, my YouTube is Dallas Miranda. Thank you. Very demure. You see the way I have no makeup on? Very demure. Very mindful. I don't get on here with a bunch of makeup on. I will later. Demure is, it's like, you know, that's demure. I know people will be on your ass about what you eat, but I mean, this ain't my first rodeo. And it's not like I'm eating like old ass sushi, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like I'm finding old sushi at like a gas station. It's fine. Thank you. But I will say, I don't eat oysters. I know I seen you subscribe, Lisa. I don't eat oysters while I'm pregnant. I'm trying to think of foods that I don't eat. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke. while I'm pregnant. I am going to do a gender reveal. Trying to think if there's anything else I don't eat while I'm pregnant. I can't think of anything. I don't know. Just stay away from rotten food. What do I think the gender is? I think it's another boy. Yeah, I do eat sandwich meat. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you need to know what bacteria you're talking about, though. And how does that bacteria form? Do you know how likely it is that you're eating food that has bacteria on it? That's the thing that people don't understand, is that I'm actually educated. I know exactly what bacteria I'm looking for. I know how those bacteria are created. And I know, like, the risks. I even know, like, the percentages. But that's the thing, is like, if you're truly not educated and you're just listening off of, like, oh, this person said this, do you even know why they said that? Do you even know, like, the true risk? Like, no, you probably don't. We're like, I actually do. Guys, I'm almost to 1,000 followers on my YouTube. Why do I think it's a boy? Just because this pregnancy feels the same as my other pregnancies. I'm putting this lip mask on it. I got this from Bath and Body Works. It's really good. I mostly post my lives. Yeah, I don't eat oysters while I'm pregnant. I eat raw salmon. Oh, wow. No one ever gave me a beer in the hospital. Those jerks. Do I have tips for saving money? Lots of cooking. If you have the energy to cook dinner for yourself, cook dinner instead of eating out. That's the only tip I have for saving money. I'm trying to think of what else. Lots of outdoor activities are free. That is, like, most people's problem. I feel like eating out is, like, what is the most expensive. But, like, sometimes I just don't want to cook. Do you have any tips for people trying to conceive? I do. Start at the beginning of the month. Start on the 1st. Start at the 1st of the month, trying every single day. And by the end of the month, you'll be pregnant. Do not listen to an ovulating calendar. Do not listen to all those other things. Just do it every single day. Have a good time. Take a couple shots. And go have a good time. And I would say do that every single day. And by the end of the month, you'll be pregnant. And that's what I do. For real, because I never even track my cycle. I never do any of that. I just start at the beginning of the month. I feel like you should do it daily when you're trying to conceive, or at least every other day. Me and my husband, this might be TMI, but me and my husband do it every day to start with, like multiple times a day, even whenever we're trying to not get pregnant. That's the thing. If we're trying, we don't have to try really to get pregnant. What we have to do is try not to get pregnant. And as soon as we stop trying to not get pregnant, I will get pregnant. And that's how it's worked every time. Right? Nothing's TMI. We're all best friends, right? Like, we're friends. We can talk about this. I've never been on birth control. I don't believe in birth control. Like, I believe in, like, having men wrap it up. If like, whenever I didn't want to get pregnant, men wrap it up. Because I'm not going to put that toxic shit in my body just so a man can get off in a good way and not have any consequences for his actions. I think the fuck not. So I don't believe in taking birth control. That shit was made by the patriarchy and it's poison. Do I think it affects girls in a bad way? I think it, yeah, but not like, I don't think it like makes women bad. If like, I just think that it's not good for people's bodies. Like, I just think it's not good for people's bodies. I think, yeah. Yeah, I think it messes up brain chemistry. I think it messes up hormones. I think it has long-lasting side effects. It's known to cause cancer. It's a carcinogen. Like, there's so much wrong with it. And it has all these side effects because men invented it and don't care about women's bodies. Men invented it so that women could be filled up with baby gravy without them having to have any consequences. So no, they don't care that it's a carcinogen. They don't care that it causes cancer. They don't care if it makes us infertile. They don't care if it throws off your hormones or gives you mental illness. And that's where I don't fuck with it. It's created by men for men. They just have to use women's bodies. And so I don't take it. If anything, you know what? If they were making birth control for men, they would never let it have that many side effects. They wouldn't make it painful. They wouldn't make it a carcinogen. They would actually give a fuck about it if it was for men. But because it's made by men, for women to take, for men, they don't care about it because they don't care about us. So no, I would never put that shit in my body. And it sucks because so many women struggle now to get pregnant and they're like, well, I was on birth control since I was a teenager and now they're infertile. And it's like, they don't care about the struggles of women. Oh my gosh, you got your wisdom teeth out? How are you doing? Talking about birth control and that I don't like birth control and that I never took that shit. Like, the only form of birth control I believe in using is men wearing condoms. Because first off, even if you take birth control, you need to think about STDs. Like, period. Because a birth control plan B isn't going to protect you from chlamydia. And if a man's like, oh, I can't, I just say, okay, well, I can't either. I can't either. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. You were put on birth control at 10. That's so wild. Your mom said you look like a chipmunk. Chipmunks are cute. I hope she meant that in like a cute way. I think I look like a little mouse. And I mean that in a good way. Yeah. You know what? I even think for those conditions, though, I think that women should be taken care of, and like those conditions should be looked into instead of putting them on birth control, because birth control has so many side effects that I think that we should come up with better ways for women to manage their periods without having to give them carcinogens or things that literally are statistically proven to make women infertile. Like, can we take care of women's health without poisoning them? You know what I mean? Because I understand a lot of women take it because they have like horrible menstrual cramps or they have issues with their reproductive organs. But instead of giving these women birth control, I wish that we would actually take care of their reproductive organs. Oh my God, you got pregnant with an IUD in. It was just meant to be, right? I don't like the IUD. I don't like the Depo. I don't like Nexplanon. I don't like none of it. Oh, a baby just woke up. I hear a door. Oh, that's Nasia. Hi. Huh? Gma? Gma's at her house. Come here. Look at his pajamas. The boys have on matching ones. You want to show them your pajamas? Oh, you want to see your Gma? Oh. Now Nasia loves waking up and seeing his Gma here. You look mad. He has my eyes. We have my dad's eyes. I am 10 weeks now. I bought clothes for the baby yesterday. I bought my first little bit of clothes for the baby. I'm feeling good. I'm 10 weeks now. You say hi? No. Okay. I think I'm gonna go lay down and cuddle with him. I know, they look so much like Kyle. You wanna go watch TV and cuddle? Yeah. Okay. Bye, guys. Have a fun Saturday.